welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, here with another session of New Divines, Dungeons & Dragons, 5th edition. We have Eric as Stan, Austin as Rolfur, we have David as Terry, we have Ryan as Billy, and Bob as John. Oh wait, no, it finally says the old man because that's all he ever goes by.
That's not my name, it's my title.
That's not my name. Anyways, last time, the old man obtained a large sum of coin under the guise of notorious thief Dustan, and sent words for the people he robbed to seek the banker Adonia of the Jade Kingdom in the Far Seeker Tavern in order to get a loan, since they were down on their luck. Terry and Stan worked to rebuild much of the temple. Alice hired Eili to help install lighting. Rolfur got obsessed over missing records, going through King's file. Billy passed along play draft to be worked on and tried to recruit people to teach at the temple. And I also have this little note at the bottom. Maybe you guys didn't notice, but didn't reward followers yet. Do you want those? I think we got to the end of a day. Yes. I usually reward the followers.
Since we're late, can we get double?
Yeah, I feel like double would be fair.
No. How about I give you single and you'd be happy for it?
+1?
How about I -1 and then +1? And we're back to the number we had before. Billy, you gain 32 followers.
Ooh, Billy, big numbers.
Nice.
Terry, you get 39.
Oh, more big numbers.
Stan, you get 63. Rolfur, 48. And the old man, 23.
I feel like I'm being punished.
Ironically, you actually are the one that when generating it had a larger dice size than any of them. It just rolled lower.
I'm being punished. This is unfair.
Yes, the dice are punishing you. That is true. They do that.
You said 23?
Probably.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, 23.
And Stan's over there finally reaping the rewards.
As you walk your night and you just start sensing the prayers.
Like, oh, my back! Oh, my legs! Oh, like, yes, the sounds of prayer.
Ah, there we go. So that's 250.
I'm 5 short.
Yeah, some of you are still just a little short, but...
Nope, that big number got me well ahead.
Yeah, some of you have
Does that mean I'm no longer in the lead for followers?
Does that put me as the only one that's still at 6?
I think you still are in the lead. I think you had a commanding... No, there's 2 of you. Well, 2 of you that are still at 6. I mean, I think there's some of them... I think we still have 1 that's at 5, if you count the NPCs.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm not last!
It's almost right there, right at the line, but...
Really? You should spend less time baking and more time proselytizing.
Everybody to 6 because they were all supposed to know about the consumption now.
When is 6? Okay, no, he is just... You're right, he is just at the beginning of 6. Okay, never mind. I just haven't updated it yet because he just made it. Alright, otherwise, morning arrives. You have another day. I think you've, with your magic, almost finished the school, but I think, you were basically stuck waiting on the secondary, like today's cartload of lumber, if I remember correctly.
And I've got my fabrications prepared. I don't plan on doing anything else today.
I'm going to inform the spy at my temple that I'm going to be taking the form of a Damya from the Jade Kingdom as a banker, and I'm going to hang out at the inn today. And like make sure the staff know if someone comes in asking about him, he is in fact that dude, and these are the paperwork.
I'm doing pretty bad.
So you just dress in your fashions similar to that of Terry.
What? Oh, no, I have like a little bit of a paunch, and I'm dressed fairly nicely.
I just love the concept that he's like, what do I know about the people from the Jade Kingdom? They like their food.
I'm pretty sure I know more than that.
I know, but just...
And, okay, I hopefully all the back paperwork is done.
You know, at this point with access to your spy network, there are wardrobe sets if you needed. You know, I know your clothes change, but like you have access to those kind. Like that would be the kind of thing that your spy network would have, given what
inspiration for clothes, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, I mean, he would know what they are. He would have had access to them. He would have seen them. Just from things of at times when they actually go into the nation to. So.
Okay, so yeah, I'm dressed up all nice and neat.
Okay, so the old man is hanging out, waiting for someone to come asking for money. Rolfur, are you, I think, still having to now go back and add your... There was a fire.
Yes, we now have to dedicate that it was a fire. No records of importance were lost, and then fill in the gaps. That'll.
So you head back to the castle to work on that.
Yep.
Terry, it sounded like was going to continue work on the temple. You're there for about an hour before the rest of the materials actually arrive to you.
Oh. Is there anything that can
there's
be
still
done
like sweeping and that kind of thing that can be done in various areas, moving things.
I'll have I believe I've got unseen servant still. Nope, that's one of the spells I lost. I need to get that. So I will clean up a little. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna bother cleaning up. I'm just gonna go and let people know that are in the area. What is going on? There's going to be, I'm sure people are going to be curious.
Okay.
So, like, that they saw all the construction going on yesterday. They're seeing all these changes that are just popping up overnight. So, yeah, we're going to start the rumor.
Okay. You get some questions. Well, before we get to that, Stan, what are you doing with?
So David's got to pretty much start proselytizing towards our. What was it?
He's going to spread word about the temple school that is opening.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the same thing, but
separate or alongside.
I'll do separate, same distance, opposite direction.
Okay. And Billy,
Yes.
I'll use a spell during this therapy.
Let's see. So
during a pit next to me, just standing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get to what actually going. I'm just trying to figure out where everyone's headed before I.
So the temple stuff is in process and being worked on.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, the play we still got a little while until the previous show ends. We're in the scripting, but we're not to the point where they need any more input from me like today.
Not that you know of, no.
So the other thing that I was working on was looking for teachers for the temple. I will do something along those lines. Something that I would like to offer, though. Something that I want to try is I want to offer and see if anybody would like me to give them training as a bard.
Someone has background noise.
Judging by the screen, I'm pretty sure it's Dex.
Looks like a fan on him.
No?
Okay.
David.
Okay. So you're seeing if anyone wants training as a bard?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and offer my services since I'm a pretty advanced and college-trained bard. See if anybody would be interested in me training them.
I mean, you're aware that would be committing months, if not years, of your time.
Well, if I want to have somebody who follows me around.
Okay. Okay. So, Stan, as you are going about telling people about the temple school, when you get some questions along the lines of, you know, for what age range are you seeking to teach? What are
Does it look like my camera went off?
You're frozen.
Okay. Alright, there I am. Repeat the question, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. What age range? You say school. What age range are you?
For everyone, isn't it?
They're asking you.
No. Like, let me that's the group out of the game real fast.
I know. I know what you're trying to do.
It's for everyone, though, right? Like, we established the ranges for everybody.
You haven't actually established any of it.
Okay, then I am selling it as everyone, open to everybody. If it's for toddlers at the end, like, whoops. Everyone learned something.
Yeah.
And I sell it hard. Hold on, let me do a roll on this one.
Sure, why not?
Do we both get that question
No.
since we're campusing different areas? Okay.
Putting a little bit of the cart before the horse here, but go for it.
33. And persuasion to come on over to it.
Sure.
Oh, we're gonna get a big crowd.
Okay. Terry, as you're going, you get questions asking. So is it just strictly on like tenets of the gods, or is it more broad general education?
The purpose is going to be the tenets, but education is a very important part of the religion.
So
We seek to uplift all peoples. It's an education is part of remembrance, which is within the religion. So there will be some education taught as well.
Because you can't say indoctrination to people who don't worship you yet.
Oh yeah, and anyone who comes up to me, they get Death Ward just cast on them.
You know, just in case a necromancer comes into town.
Just in case you take lethal damage.
yeah.
Also, totally handing out just my regular baked goods from my morning preparation.
Oh, right.
Yeah, just while I'm talking to people.
Adam, that's got to be a big thing to NPCs since you said how squishy they were.
They don't
People
necessarily
seem to
know
live
what that
a
is.
regular life without dying.
Isn't
Just saying.
Death Ward necromancy?
No. Death Ward is if you die, you can stand back up.
Probably.
But the school.
I
If
would
you go
guess.
to 0 health, you're
Oh, yeah, the school's necromancy.
you drop the 1 instead of 0.
No,
I'm
it is
just-
abjuration.
I'm
Hey! Okay, it is less scary.
Dark little skull things flying through the air.
Let me save you.
Don't mind the dark magic.
Later on a bit, the question comes up also to Terry. So is it, asking, someone asks, let me give it. Do you teach the knowledge of Yertle there?
The knowledge of Yertle, we hope, will be there. Yertle has expressed some interest, but he has not yet pledged himself to to be part of the pantheon rather than acting of his own accord. We hope and we pray to Yertle that he will join us.
You also pray to Yertle. Good, good. Love meeting another follower, patting you on the back and walking.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yertle, the war turtle.
So you're saying you are a follower of...
I'm totes okay with indoctrinating people into thinking that this is also for Yertle, whether or not it will be.
Don't you have like a number of floors and it's...
Yeah.
It's like what?
It'll be great.
Is it 7 floors?
We got plenty of space.
Each one being a single classroom?
You can
Yeah,
be
we got-
subspec in my area.
We got plenty of space. I see what you did there.
He kneels before the great Stan.
For he is the man.
The healing man. Updating your notes is easy enough.
And Stan and I are both keeping an eye out for the shipment coming in, so we can get you right on top of it.
Yeah. Billy, make an investigation check.
Alright. So, investigation. Uh, 17.
Okay. That'll be a bit. We're working on that. Old man still sitting waiting. You don't have a specific time for when you think they'll be there, but you're just spending your day observing things going on in your tavern while waiting to see.
There's worse ways to spend a day.
I suppose there are. But at a certain point, you do notice the cart coming down the road, bringing the bunks of lumber. So they drop that off for you. You can carry on to finish the remaining floors you had.
And I have 5 fabricates that are just waiting to go. So that's probably going to be 10 minutes to cast fabricate, so probably the better part of 2 hours getting things into place and getting that up. But
Yeah.
so all of that work gets done in the better part of 2 hours.
Yeah. Once you start, pulling things in and lifting it up, Alice comes by, or sort of meets you as you join there.
Hi, Alice.
Hi. I've made progress here.
Terry makes sure to keep some distance because he's probably all nasty still. Or again.
Yeah. Is it the old man who I'd ask as far as specifics without handling this?
About handling what?
Just specifics of what we're doing here. He was...
I mean, I don't think that he's really organizing too much. I figure that once we have the infrastructure in, we'll have the actual structure in, I should say.
Okay.
Then I figure we'll have a breakfast and really go over the details. I don't think anything's set in wood, so to speak. Knocks a piece of wood.
Okay. Did we have specifics for the outside?
Not yet. I know that some of the lights that you put in are so far just fantastic. So thank you again for that.
She kind of turns a little red. Okay. Okay. She kind of runs back over to Eili and continues setting things in.
Oh, Ellie's there still? Or again?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, if they need scaffolding or any help with anything.
They are reaching the point where eventually they're going to need the upper floors put in for them to keep working, but they're doing what they can until then. And
I'll make sure to include the stairway, finishing the stairway in that 2-hour period. So we might have a little bit less of the floors and more of the stairs.
You were already more than halfway from what you'd had the other time, so you will actually be finishing.
Very good.
And they disappear for a while during the couple hours that you're doing that. And come back later. They're in and out, in other words. I think Stan, you're just helping basically with moving things into position for him. Yeah.
That probably takes as much time moving things from floor to floor as it does actually casting the fabricates needed. So.
Oh yeah.
So he's kept real busy. If he listens to me.
So. Yeah, you, Billy, you find some people to at least listen to your idea. Make a persuasion check.
So I get a 25.
Okay. No, it's the other book. You find youth, probably about 14, who you can tell definitely has some degree of magical inkling, magical gift. From initial talking, he's not so sure. I mean, he's not so sure as far as where his faith falls, but he'd be willing to learn. You know, if you talk about being able to teach bardic arts, he definitely has a zest for the desire to learn what he can, as far as those more arcane skills. So.
Well, you've come to the right man, and it's like I'd be happy to spend some time teaching somebody who appears to have some natural talents.
At least he's at this point, like, you know, he has like prestidigitation now and mending a couple cantrips, basically.
Okay.
So.
Well, and it's like not that it's a requirement, but I'll go ahead and also just be free to make the offer. And it's like if you are interested in advancing yourself in the arcane direction, I am the deity who currently has sway over the arcane and magic in general. If you choose to follow me, you'll I can make you one of my devotees, and you'll immediately be able to manipulate water and summon yourself a animal companion, well, spirit, that will be able to stay with you through your journey free of charge.
I'm not looking to get out the easy way. Those are things you can learn to do.
Oh, yes.
With your own power.
Yeah, and Bard is a good way to do that as well. If you're not the more studious sort.
I've looked at various things. I mean, maybe.
Well, come, let's go ahead and get some practice in and see what you think of the bard's way of doing things.
They'll follow. Where do you lead?
Well, any good bard needs an audience, so let's go ahead and go to the theater district.
All right. So you head that way. He seems to have a bit of a... at least some of the younger kids, those around his area, know him, talk to him, and he kind of, waves him off as he's following you, but definitely has some people that know him in the area. I'm going to end up reading it. Might as well give him a name now and write it down.
Young? Lad Young.
Before it becomes that.
Well, at least he's not wearing a fancy dress.
Not a fancy dress, it was fancy dress. He was in fancy attire. It's a turn of phrase. It's common. Quit!
Commonly
Yeah,
just
that's so
apparently.
fancy.
Zachariah Damascus.
Okay.
So, go to the theater district. What do you...
I'll go ahead and begin instructing him in the basics of bardic magic and skill and performance.
Okay.
Let's get him that level 1 class.
Mm-hmm.
He understands at least the concepts with the magic pretty quick, but more of the finer details on some of the performance are taking him more time to pick up on.
Yeah, it's a if he needs some additional assistance, I've got more than one instrument that I can let him borrow.
You work on that.
See what instrument. Eventually, you'll if you go down this path, you'll be able to you'll be skilled in the playing of multiple different instruments. But we can kind of work and see which one fits your particular style more.
So you'll work with him for a bit.
Okay.
Okay, she does that. So probably around noon. As Adonia sits at his table, nursing his beverage of choice, probably something spiced. One of the servers, Mr. Adonia, someone is here to see you. Should I lead them over?
Oh, yes, please.
And they bring over, again, the nobles. What, the nobles from last night, eh?
Well, I didn't see them, so. I get up.
Yeah, as he kind of he's halfway in the seat. Yes, I was told you may be able to help. I'm in
Oh, yes,
bit
I
of a bind.
represent a banking interest from the Jade Kingdom. Yes, and we're thinking of setting up a branch here and helping sponsor a school, actually. So the first step, of course, finances. So what I was hoping to do was to use the money that I was given to start making some investments, to invest in your family, which I've heard great things about.
Yes.
And also heard of your recent misfortune, damn thieves.
If only
So
there was
I
a
figured-
place where the moths could not destroy and the thieves could not steal.
Unfortunately, these things happen. I mean, I work for a bank. I'm well aware of it. And I thought, what better way than to help get my interest in the city than to meet a man of influence such as yourself, who could both support and vouch for us with other people, which, of course, I'd have to convince you with a low interest rate on some nature of loan, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yes.
And I would be using that money to reinvest into the infrastructure of the city itself, which would please the king and make all of it a lot easier. So, whilst this is a misfortune in the short term, in the long term, I think this will work out beautifully.
Now,
So,
what caliber of loan are you in the position to offer?
I'm authorized to offer 6,000,
Oh,
and
that's more than I even mean.
as you know, I'm trying to build friends here. Just a paltry 15% interest, and we'll do a 10-year loan on that. If you pay it off early, there is no fines, of course.
Make a persuasion.
Okay. That's
Come on, nat 20s.
I rolled a 16, so it's still going to be pretty good. 16 plus 13. 29.
I mean, of course, perhaps we could get that a little lower. I have, of course, properties and such I could put as a collateral to ease your mind.
Well, of course, with collateral it would be lowered, and some assurances of a good word spread to the right ears.
Yes, I mean, I could even...
How about a 12%?
Right, and ultimately I'm needing, at this point, only half of what you offered. 3,000 would meet the business deal that I need, so I think... you can tell he's like just kind of reading you, but you know
He
what
gets
you're
disadvantage on all insight checks. He gets disadvantage.
Well, he was below 10, so... we can go back to my office to draft up the paperwork, unless you have things prepared here. Or...
Oh, I have a few things, and I pull out the paperwork, and I'm like, we'll just have to adjust the percentage here, which, you know, I write in 12%, or write in the extra
the
stuff.
address. He'll offer up one of the smaller theaters on the road that he owns.
Oh.
It's not a particularly popular one, but it's land and it's owned, so it's
worth more than that.
Yeah.
I assume, with my knowledge of the area.
Well over it just in the land, even from just what you've experienced in trying to buy land on that street before. So.
All right. So yeah, and I'll be like, I know for a fact that's worth more than that. How about we just do a 50% interest in the property itself, not even full collateral. It is a better deal.
Okay.
I'm just like, I really do need a few friends here in town.
Certainly. What are you doing this evening?
Oh, this evening's quite open.
There is a little gathering, some of those on the upper street, if you want to, just rub some elbows. I could, of course, swing an extra invitation for you.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Come by later today to my place. I'll have someone have it ready.
Oh, thank you. You wouldn't happen to know a clothier in town. I clearly can't show up like this.
I know a few people that could help. Write down a few addresses.
Excellent. I'll tell them I'm there with your recommendation.
Thank you.
So yeah, I go into a pouch and I pull out, kind of look around. I take a couple extra sacks. No, I don't, because those are his sacks. I'm like, you wouldn't happen to have a place to put it, would you?
It's when you come by for the invitation, you can secure delivery there, directly at the residence, and things may be smoother up that way.
Oh yes, that would probably be the most secure. You don't mind platinum, do you? I, of course, was traveling a bit light.
Oh, perfectly fine.
Oh, excellent. I'll see you this evening then.
Yes. Very well.
This is a lovely little place, though.
Yeah.
Would you care for a drink now that business is concluded? Or do you have
I
more?
have my own things at home.
Yes, I imagine
It's
business
much more
waits for no
traveler's
man.
establishment, but yes.
Yes.
It's the sorts of shady folk that hang out around here.
Beds were clean. Food is good.
Yes, well, I hope the beds are clean. Do they have, what, was it 3 rooms?
I did not inquire.
No, I think it's like an incredible, like as far as the inn portion, it's small enough that between like you guys and the other couple days are here, that's the only rooms. It's like 2 floors of tavern and like one that's like a few extra rooms, which is like the owner's room and then like 2 to rent out. So,
Well, good day to you.
make his way out, and you tell like he's this is like the gesture, like he's doing math in his head as he's still walking out, exiting after signing things.
As he's walking out.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wait.
like doing math in his head as he's walking out, signing things. After signing things, you know. Did I do the right thing?
No, 50% stake means that even if he defaults, I can't take the full property. I would be a half owner of the property.
Yeah.
Which I need this guy to succeed because I need to work business ventures off of this business venture to fund everything in the city.
Yeah.
Including buying a bank. Apparently I'm a banker now. I didn't know.
But that wasn't in this city, though.
Yes, it's a branch that I'm going to have to set up the head office for in the other city to make it function. Oh dear. So yeah,
a nomadic bank.
yeah, I go and get a sack or something. No, I get a chest. Yes, I go buy a chest.
Okay.
A small lock chest that can hold the 300 platinum.
Sure. Easy enough.
Didn't carry around a purple hole or something like that?
What?
I thought
I
I
have
had
no
a purple
idea.
hole or something.
Yeah, but he'd have to
I
spend
do.
more
I'm
on
not
that.
giving it to
He's
them.
he's giving this away.
Oh, no. Okay, I see.
12% interest. And I made that a 5-year.
You don't actually have to keep track of the exact details. You are creating infrastructure of which these properties fund themselves.
Okay, excellent.
That's kind of the idea behind it. It's like,
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go get the chest, deliver the payment, collect the invitation, and go to a clothier on the list, the best one, because I'm familiar with them all. And then, yeah, then I have to go up and talk to the spy master after that. So that's going to be, I know that's a
Okay.
big chunk of my
big
day.
chunk of your day,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
And most of it
That's basically
Yeah.
what I'm doing with the day.
is easy enough. So, otherwise, Terry and Stan, you're little after noon probably is when you're actually finishing construction on the temple. I think you still have the so there's obviously furniture bits to add in for certain things. Probably still wanting to do something with the or did you already take and sell off the backdrop? I don't remember.
We haven't sold it off. It is just
Okay.
on the first floor.
Okay, yeah, so I don't know if you want to do anything with that. But as far as the actual construction, you've finished enough that there are floors, the back wall for the offices, and the stairs going up to each of them.
Good. Did I have to use all 5 of my fabricates?
Yes, I'm just going to say
Okay,
yes.
cool. All right. In that case, what does Terry want? A lot that Terry wants. What does Stan want?
I mean, if we have free time, I guess I'll go look for homeless people or people down on their luck. Like, give them a gold or two.
Do you want to? Well, I mean, if you've got nothing better than helping the homeless to do, you want to proselytize like in this area more? You were doing. I mean, it sounded like you were doing fine with.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, I'm thinking that I would like to go and gather materials. Have put together a list and of spell focuses and kind of go out and get what I can, and see about where the best place is to buy up. Do I need to buy a whole scroll in order to write something in my spellbook?
What do you mean?
In order to add spells to my spellbook, must I buy a scroll?
No, you have to buy ink.
Okay.
I mean, do you have access? Do you mean like to get access to the spell?
Right. Like, or is there some place that I can go and like, or people that I can talk to, like other like.
Ask Eili.
Yeah, if Eili has it, she may be willing to cut some sort of deal, but there is not like a knowing her.
Well, I'm asking Eili, like, is there, like, obviously there's not like a guild, so like, who
yes.
would you?
Yeah, there is. You have to use Dream of the Blue Veil, and then you can go talk to the guild.
So,
that's probably more work that he's wanting to do, especially with the deals to join that guild.
Yeah. So the question is, do we want to do business, or would you be able to maybe point me in a direction?
I don't really know another direction to point in within this city, at least.
Really, what I'm looking for is
what were you looking?
Some of the more basic options. So looking through, open up my cookbook. Some of the things that I'm missing.
I mean, I would just like to also point out, because I don't know how long you're going to be here and where your goal is from here, but things that were in your old spellbook. That spellbook is probably accessible because you didn't die in a way that it just became obliterated.
Right. The problem is that I have no way of, like, I would have to go and rob my own tomb. So,
ooh, first world problems.
If that's where you think it is.
yeah.
But
so, yeah. So, like, that requires going across an entire country.
Yeah.
And I don't have a fast way to do that.
It'd probably be a boat.
I don't have a fast way to do that.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking at thinking of some more.
Okay. I'm assuming that you guys have to be getting close to ready to move on from this place. Because you are very aware that the longer you stay in one spot, the less overall influence you have.
Also, David, you do have a fast way to do that, but you'll have to go and level up.
That's so helpful, Brian. Thank you.
It's only one level away, and then you'll be able to do it.
So.
Equally helpful. Okay.
But yeah, like things like shield or unseen servant, like magic missile. I mean, just
mastery on my hellish rebuke. Unlimited free retributional shots.
Just some basic stuff.
shield, unseen servant, and what was the other one?
Unseen servant, shield, magic missile. I mean, I don't even really need magic missile, but really unseen servant and shield are the big ones there.
Could I teach him spells?
Knock would be great. That's second level.
Okay.
Locate object, second level. Reduce
teach
and
you
enlarge
spiritual
is
weapon?
second level.
David, can I teach you spells to put in your book?
That's up to Adam. I don't think so.
No. Are you a wizard that has them in a spellbook?
He's got the Book of Shadows.
Yeah. I'm a warlock that has his own, book.
Yeah. No.
It's a better book.
But we actually have precedent that he can copy wizard spells because rituals can go down into his book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you could
But
copy a
his spells are not wizard spells.
but they could be.
But they
different.
could be.
Yeah, sending there's a lot of.
It's all rituals, though.
Yeah.
So,
So I mean, I could provide you a list of the things that I'm looking for. If Eili wants to help me with getting
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
these basic spells, I mean, I could literally just copy what I have on my character sheet from my old spell book and give it to you. But yeah. I'm not looking for high level spells. I'm looking for first through third.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. Because the point is, if you're able to copy from another wizard, then you're copying from a spellbook, then you don't have a chance that you fail to copy it and it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
If you copy from a scroll, there's actually a chance that you don't actually get it.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. That's why I asked if I had to use a scroll. Because so far I haven't really seen much of a magical presence in the town.
No?
Mostly rogues here.
Yeah. What were the third level spells you were wanting?
Let's see. Haste, remove curse, tiny servant, tongues.
Tiny servant?
Yeah. It's
Do you mean unseen servant?
No.
No, the
Tiny servant. It's the thing where you make a homunculus.
Ah,
Oh, is that Tasha's?
I assume.
I
Since
don't
you're not
think
familiar with it.
it's that old. Or
I
that
can
new.
Google it for you real quick.
Tiny servant. Xanathar's
Okay.
third level transmutation spell.
Well, she does not
That-
have that one. That one you're on your own for at this point.
Okay.
She's got fireball.
Yeah, she
I
does.
I also have fireball. That was
fire-based attacks.
fireball was one of the spells that I died with prepared. So
but I know for a fact she knows that spell.
Yep.
oh hey, I already. Never mind. I don't need knock.
Anyways,
But rest
so for the she will let you. She will, as long as you have the materials to copy, she will sit around and let you copy from her spellbook. First level spells for 100 gold. Second level spells for 250, and third level spells for 500. And other than that tiny servant, she had the rest of the ones that you'd mentioned.
This is me not knowing any better, not Terry saying anything. Are these discounted prices?
In general, it's not so much as a discount as a willingness. Usually, you would just have to buy the scrolls and copy from the scroll with your chance, because someone is usually not going to let you near enough to their spellbook to actually copy out of it. So that's really more the trust on there. And otherwise, it's roughly the same price as would be for the scroll.
It's pretty good. I've got it listed here that second level spells can go for 400 to 4,000 gold.
Okay. Yep. Well, I will take that deal then. No questions asked. I have just just under 2,000 gold left to do that, and I do have almost no ink left. Fantastic. I'll have to buy ink. Would it be faster to buy ink, or would it be faster to make my own ink?
Bye.
Okay.
As you've used all your fabricates for the day, bye.
There we go. I had to mute. Apologies.
You do you,
Still
man.
listening though.
Well, I will step aside and get the math figured out on that.
Okay. You work on that. What are you doing, Stan, while he's cutting deals and you've finished moving all the stuff for that?
Do I have any luck finding poor people in the area? Just
You're looking for poor people. Not in the area, no. This is not the area where the poor people are. You're on Broadway.
do I know where the poor people are? Since
Yeah,
we
you
get
can
a town
find them
on
easy
that?
enough. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to that vicinity and go help them out.
Okay.
I give 10 gold out.
Okay.
You know, preach, yada yada.
You know, someone who is a charity case, maybe you should stop finding more charity cases.
I'm sorry. I don't take the money, I just give it away. I'm gonna need to borrow some later.
Oh, we're running good interest rates now, so.
Oh, I'm good to pay you back eventually. Just-
I'll
you
just
try to
take
kill me for
worshippers.
it.
It's fine, you can use worshippers as collateral.
10-year loans.
You can try and kill me or my worshippers.
Rolfur.
I don't
You're
have it all.
in your record room organizing your records.
Yes.
Alice arrives.
Alice?
Alice. Sort of looking almost uncomfortable as she's wandering through the castle unattended. Oh, good. Thought I'd misheard. Mr. Rolfur, you do the... Are you able to do the dream talking thing tonight?
Yes.
I'm... if you can... We'll meet when we're back in the tavern.
Like she wants to talk to someone?
If you remember Gardane, I need to...
I mean, no, absolutely, yes, I remember them, but who was that?
Gardane is Order.
Yeah, the Order Dwarf.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the dwarf.
Yep.
Yes, I remember them.
Full of dreams.
He is supposedly the one that has been in contact the least with anybody.
And
He
she
left
wants
the
to-
other... he's the one that you learned from the other guys, left them immediately.
So,
We've already dreamed.
Alice
him
wants to
once.
talk to Gendarm,
Yeah. Okay.
then yeah, we just have to figure out when he's sleeping.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I figure night. Dwarves still do that, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. As far as I know, yes, dwarves are not known for their nocturnal activities. Just their underground ones.
Yes. Been there. Anyways. That looks like a lot of work. As she just, like, her eyes just sort of scan over, like, the shelves of...
It is a lot of work. But I'm learning a lot about the people of this kingdom.
Does that do anything... I mean... Obviously there's other important goals. But
Well,
those
give
ones
me
are
like
all
another-
dead, right?
Most of these people, yeah.
Does that benefit you in any way?
It will when I start summoning up spirits of dead ancestors to get accurate stories of what they've done, so I can present the recorded events to the families.
Long game.
Yeah.
takes 2 steps backward and turns and makes their way out. Kind of.
Yeah, that's the eventual plan, is to start providing the currently prominent noble families with really accurate lineages. Only the good stuff, though. Start sifting out their ancestors and the good stuff they did and present that to them, brought to them by the god of keeping records.
You know, you just won't bring up I had a bedwetting problem at 13.
Now we're just going to edit that out. Nobles don't like that.
They don't.
Like, I can forget that for you right now. Otherwise,
I mean it's in the master record, absolutely.
The redacted version.
But yeah, gotta make something palatable for the nobility.
I'm a big supporter of keeping secret records.
So, Billy, what instruments are you trying to teach?
Well, the instruments that I have access to, just as part of my personal gear, is I've got the flute, the hurdy-gurdy, and the bagpipes.
Hurdy-gurdy.
So you finally managed to get him to pick up the rhythm with the bagpipes. Seems to be...
It's like, so you're a bagpipes man. Good to see. Good to see.
All of a sudden he starts going, aye.
Aye.
Hey, Ryan.
All right, little Damascus. Let's teach you the ways of the board. You'll be a great scold.
Hey, Ryan, to cut in for just a second.
Sure.
That magic pen, what does that do again? Is it just cut time? Does it provide its own ink?
Cuts time.
Cuts time.
Yeah, it like
Thank
halves
you.
the time.
Gotcha, thank you. Sorry.
Alright. So, cool. We've got him a instrument, then I'll go ahead and try to give him the overview of how you would actually be on the... well, I'll give him cantrip instruction, but we'll go ahead and give it a shot and see if he can figure out any of the first level stuff.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, we'll do the performance, and I'll try to keep the rhythm for him. I can go ahead and break out the hurdy-gurdy and give him a tempo to follow.
I like you're just like literally in the middle of the theater district as people are walking around playing hurdy-gurdy and bagpipes. Yeah.
Will she accept an IOU?
No.
Okay.
Would she accept a?
But she'll offer
Albano's deal?
the same deal later.
Okay. Because yeah, when it comes back to me, I'm totally gonna run to the old man and just like be like, can I get some of that money?
Well, yes, I have the paperwork right here.
Yeah, right. No, he'll fucking do it too.
The thing is finding the old man right now.
I'm gonna go to the bar and ask him where he is.
He's left now.
Oh no, their response is haven't seen him all day.
Oh.
I haven't been there.
Yeah. No.
Just a Damnia.
If he's not in his room, then he must have left before we were in.
Okay. Thanks. Anyway, yeah.
Do you have any other way of trying to find him?
Oh no, I'm not. No, that takes a lot of time. No.
Where do you go from then?
Oh, then I go back and buy what I can and write down the spells that I have. I mean, I don't remember.
Make a luck check.
I love luck checks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad somebody likes him.
I'm gonna use a luck point on that. 13 plus 3 is 16.
Fair enough. So, Adanya, when you pass by Terry, do you bother saying anything?
Tonight, you.
He's like walking by with his money pouch, like
Probably as
Okay, I go,
this is probably at the point where you've picked up or dropped off what you needed, and you're now heading towards towards the tailor, the
I go,
cloak.
excuse me, Sir Terry?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I
Hello.
was instructed to give this to you. And I hand him 400 platinum. Some old man said that it was yours. Told me I'd be cursed.
Well, shit. How would I handle this?
Good day. And I walk off.
Walk away.
And I walk away.
He said some old man. You know who that is.
Yeah, but like, I can't just let this guy leave empty-handed.
He left. He's gone.
I rolled a natural 20 on my deception check for the record.
Oh, there's no doubt that I believe you 100%.
Of course. Why wouldn't the old man randomly send him money?
Okay, so this is going to be utterly useless to this guy, or to you, Bob. But thank you and blessings upon you. Enhance ability charisma. Like today will be your lucky night. Can I enhance ability for luck? I can't enhance ability for luck, can I?
No, it's a stat. You can.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
treated as like the mentals that don't have any additional benefit, but
Doesn't have any additional benefit.
You get
At this point,
advantage
do we
on
know that
blood
we can
checks.
just ask
Oh,
God for money and he'll give
Yeah,
it to
no,
us?
that's what I'll do.
Or see
Like,
our
I'll say,
call?
blessings
That's
upon
the-
you.
is
Tonight
that
will
the
be your
full
lucky
strength?
night. Enhance ability luck. And I just, as
so
I
you gotta roll
you
2
leave.
dice for your luck checks.
There you go, Bob.
Lynx's luck.
At this point, do we know that we can just ask Bob or his minions for stuff and we'll just get it as a group?
I mean, Terry's convinced that that's how that works.
Yeah. So like, I mean, Terry is now under the assumption that like you just know what happens in your bar.
I
Like,
mean, to be
you
fair,
came
what is
upon-
the benefits of your domain?
Yeah. So.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, I'll go back and get the rest of the spells that I wanted.
I did say I would pay you back, and I have paid you back.
What was it? 400 platinum pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in a weird cycle now of just paying each other back.
Creatures trespassing in the rogue's domain have an overwhelming sensation they are being spied upon.
I don't consider them trespassers.
Yeah, because that was everything I wanted was 375 platinum. So
I don't know how long that takes. I feel like that's more than today.
it's an hour per spell. So if since
It's an hour per spell level.
Right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's only 22 hours.
Is that halved or no?
That's after having.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
after having. It would
That's
be
a big oof.
It would be 2 hours otherwise.
Yeah.
And all those ones are from the first 3/3 of the player's handbook. Yeah, then she has those.
Yep.
It's the ones outside the player's handbook that she's less likely to have, or higher levels she might not. But
Cool.
yeah, with her family connections, the early level of those basic spells, yes, she has.
Either that, or she could always go to old me, and I'd hook her up.
For her to get back to her plane is not an easy task.
Yeah. But I would totally let her copy. She helped me enough during our time.
Feel
How
like
much,
there are a fair number that you copied out of her stuff. So.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
whatever, that's fine. I also buy extra ink.
Okay. In fact, I feel like that's the reason that you ended up with some of the that Henwick ended up with some of the locations of portals is because she was too careless as far as
Yeah.
having destinations in there.
All right, and we go back to the Devil Temple. No.
But with that, you're doing that. That takes days for you, so you're doing part of that today. Your basically proselytizing to the poor, doing records, teaching a bard who's, I mean, yeah, it takes time. We get through towards the end of the day. Old man, as you make your way to your invitation, it's one of the other noble estates.
Remember I said I wanted to talk to the spy master? The only thing I was gonna have him do was let him know that the person that he has attending that party, like, A, I'm part of the family, and B, Adamya definitely is a banker. Like, you know, just kind of like, oh, I've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of thing. Which I know he's already working on, but yeah.
Alright. And by the way,
So I have now reintegrated another persona into my old spy network as an underling. I'd go ahead and give myself a pat on the back. That was good work. Good work all around.
You and you actually went and bought clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
How, like, would 100 gold fix that?
Pulling things up here.
Because I know it's going to be a rush order.
Are you just looking for something of local styles?
Yeah, I need to look desperate. I need to look like I am trying to make business deals. I now have a character within a character. This character has to be someone who is trying to make a business start here.
100 gold falls into the excessive range, so yes, you're perfect.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Then I attend the party.
Not so socialized. You quickly figure out this is the kind of place that Terry would hate, as all the foods are small. They have small triangle sandwiches that really, I mean, you could never fill up on these.
They're uninspired.
little
good.
Speared olives,
good.
like a single
None of
olive
it's
on a spear, and they're just...
If the quality is good, there's no problem.
No, it's good. It's just, like, there's no artistry to it. It's obviously some chef at the end of his career just working, just trying to make money.
The poor man.
He gave up creation long ago. He's chasing retirement.
But,
Poor fellow.
yeah, simple things that look elegant enough, but it's whatever. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, you have shoulders to rub with, and you know, you get some introductions to at least some people. Unless you put effort into it, you do notice the king stops by for about 15 minutes of the evening, enough to have made an appearance.
I make an effort, and I hope the noble guy helps me with an introduction.
I mean, I'm not exactly on a first name basis.
Well, no, but you are a noble of this court, and
he tries.
can I smooth his introduction over through charisma?
You could. I mean, yeah, it's always a check that he's tried. So.
So that's a 23 to help him.
You've almost tripled it. So.
And I also have a pretty good knowledge of what the king.
It's like at this point, it almost turns around as he's trying to get up to arrange things to introduce and to get to the few people. You basically end up introducing him to the king. And then just moving.
Well, I'm sure you know.
I'm here with
I see him stumble, and I just kind of step in and help.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm like,
foreign visitors. I hope our kingdom is treating you well.
oh, quite well. I'm just hoping to establish some business interests in the area.
Are you? Of course, hope you've gone through the channels with...
Oh, I've spoken to your steward.
Wonderful. Oh,
He
welcome.
suggested a couple people to employ. I'm thinking we're going to take him up on it. He seems like a wise man.
I certainly hope he is, or I'm the fool.
I would never say so, sire.
Seem wise yourself. Well, I hope that your profits bring profits to us all.
That is always the thing. Don't worry. Taxes always get paid.
Good. Welcome. I like having you here. As he has basically been like, alright, that's what I needed to know.
Yes. Then after we disengage from the king, I'm like, don't worry, business partners always look out for each other, yes?
Good. Never been that close to him, actually. It terrifies me.
Oh, he seems like quite the affable young man.
I don't know what to expect. I mean, his father, God rest him, had ambition. Had quite the ambition.
I also heard he was quite the prankster.
Well, if he was, it got past me. But I suppose, you know, with the time.
Yes, well, we'll just have to learn the new king's ways together.
Yes, well.
And I
haven't gotten too
definitely-
shook up yet.
I'm like, well, as long as there's heirs aplenty, it seems like a quite stable little empire that the previous king has built.
Yes. The expansion was fast. And, well, the suspicions are that he's trained his son the same. But you've helped me with getting in on some of that, so...
Yes, like I said, trying to make friends.
Quite right. I was able to salvage a business deal on some arms that they may be needing the militant forces.
Like currently, my biggest plans.
But,
Just a bolt.
On Nugget. I have returned. I have returned with skill and care. It is fine. So, yes, my current plans are to
Is anyone on anyone else's screen?
somewhere to invest my funds and to get a location to start up a building for a bank, an investment firm.
well, I mean, depending on
I
what you're
can't
needing
hear.
for the location, if you do calls on site, then
I missed everything you said before what you needed for calls on site.
yeah, no, yeah, you know, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing calls on site, then of course, location can be much simpler. If you're having people come into an office for things, then probably want something closer up here in our neighborhood.
You wouldn't happen to have any suggestions?
Nothing that I know that's for sale, at least around here.
Rent? Temporarily, at least.
Well,
I mean,
someone around
funds
here
aren't-
might. I don't know. But again, if you're doing things that, you know, with the ability, you can often travel to them and just base something out of a water closet somewhere, basically.
Fair. But I will have to set up some agents of my own in the area.
Yes.
Fortunately, the King's Steward did actually recommend a couple of good people, and if the king seems to vouch for him, and what I heard is that he served the previous king as well.
Yes. They've, I feel at times that perhaps it's a decent amount of why the transition of power went as smooth as it did. He was well liked and respected by the family as a whole.
Oh, And yes, a good man to take advice from.
Otherwise, you make some connections over the evening. You manage to end up with a few people with potential interests that, you know, possible for further things, to seed a few other small loans to help continue to secure finances. So,
Excellent.
Anyone else do anything further before heading back to the tavern for the evening?
No.
Is there a spell that will let us, like, not have to sleep?
I have one.
Cat nap, sort of.
Catnap does a little bit. Also
Well,
depends on
location.
what the punishment for not sleeping is.
Yeah.
Exhaustion.
Yeah, greater restoration.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, greater restoration.
Hey, David. It's as if you have someone in the group that can cast that at will.
You
Greater?
can cast greater.
No,
Oh,
We
well,
might be
yeah,
able to
yeah.
now.
no.
Not at will, but I can do that one. I can cast it, but I can
Greater
burn a spell.
restoration is 5th level.
Yeah, it's 5th level.
Yeah, like I said, I can burn a spell for it.
Yeah, I'll ask if you when. Let's see. So it's post facto. So yeah, I'll ask. Would you mind? I plan on staying up and working as much as I can tonight to fill out some of these recipes. Would you mind in the morning giving me a shot of the magic Java juice?
Sure.
Thank you. 8 hours down.
The only thing that I do before I head back, if it's getting late, is just talk to Zachariah about how we would be able to get in contact with each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, David, can I have some
He
money
gives you his
for
address.
keeping you awake? Though?
Okay.
Money for what?
Have some money for keeping you awake to give away to the poor?
Yeah. I mean, sure. Like give you a platinum piece, or no, that's ridiculous.
Oh, you said it. Pay it.
It's just 10 gold.
Well, I'm trying to think like.
Yeah, but that's
eight-
difficult.
no.
They have to then break that. Otherwise, if you just give one part,
Yeah.
that makes one poor.
I can get
So-
change somewhere else.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just go get that changed into silver.
Got a platinum. But yeah.
And like, if you need like money for, do you need spending money?
Yeah.
Here's 10 platinum
Oh.
instead of 1.
Okay.
And I'm like,
9 more.
if you, I mean, the old man loaned me some for these for my magical supplies, and this is some of the leftover. I've got another 80 left over after that. So like if you need money, like I mean, don't hesitate to come by. Like I mean,
Okay.
if you come here and ask for the old man for money, he'll just like send you
He'll send
you a
some
runner.
foreign agent.
That doesn't sound sketchy at all, but alright.
Yeah. No, there was a jadish person that he was able to just send by. I plan on talking to him about it next chance I get. My guess is that he's got some kind of magic like clairaudience that's just on the building, but on the inn.
Alright.
But like I said, I'll have to ask him about it.
I go around at night trying to stop crime. Well, I look around to see if there is any, but when I see
Vigilante!
it, I can't stop
Yeah,
it.
I mean it's a city of rogues.
Yeah, so almost none. The rogues work for the government.
I mean, if I see them carrying a TV out of a building, I'm gonna ask questions.
What's that thing?
Exactly, carrying a big magic box. Come on now.
Rolfur,
Yeah.
how late are you up?
I'm waiting for
Alice is back with you. Like, how late are you staying up?
until we get a hit on the dream.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's basically saying, yeah, let's just target for as late as. We'll try it whenever you're needing to go to bed, and then.
Adam, and when I see homeless people, I give them money too. on my, run about.
Yeah, we might as well cast it now and let it drift for the next 8 hours.
Okay.
Hey, Eric,
Sure.
if you want to keep an eye out for a good like building, like since you said you're gonna just go give money away to the poor people, I'm gonna be like, yeah, keep an eye out for like a good alms building that we could, like a good building we could buy and convert to an alms building or something.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for good real estate on the run.
Or even just like a plot that we could build on, because I mean,
Just love how much property you guys are getting in this city.
hey, Adam, you said that you're thinking that we're gonna have like this whole thing where we're like going elsewhere. I am under the impression that we're probably like never leaving the city, and we're gonna be like
you are
minor
so
gods of the
limiting
city.
your potential worshippers if you stay here.
Yeah, I'm about,
Welcome,
I agree.
welcome to the Holy Empire.
Yeah.
I'm about to leave as soon as the play gets ready to go. Whether or not
I'll probably follow
you
around
guys,
if he's leaving.
Yeah, whether or not you guys stay in town is your choice.
The thing is, the plan has not been shared with the rest of us.
I'll bring it up at dinner. It's like as soon as this play's done, and it's like there needs to be any additional work on the temple, we could either leave it to
Now,
Bob's guys or worshippers.
do you mean once the play opens, or once they have enough that they're doing their rehearsals and?
Oh, I guess I could go see the opening show.
Because the opening show is 21 days away,
Okay.
so that's like 3 weeks still, as opposed to within the week they'll basically be finishing the script to be starting rehearsals, building things, etc.
I'm willing to leave earlier then. And it's like I can leave and come back if need be.
So, because I do not know Dream actually, you just basically cast it targeting her to target over to him, and that's and then you're pretty much done at that point. She gets
We cast the spell. I make her the messenger. We target the dwarf, and if he goes to sleep in the next 8 hours, she gets to jump into his dream.
Guys,
Okay.
we could just cast locate creature. It is a 4th level spell.
Yeah, that would detect a creature within like a couple miles. I think is the top level. It's not very big range.
Yeah, it's got a limited range.
Yeah, if you're talking about
Dream
actually, if you're talking about to actually get the guy,
Yeah, it requires him to be on the same plane of existence as us.
he has not been to the city. He left before the rest of the group came to the city.
Yes. But yes, if he goes to sleep within 8 hours of casting the spell, she gets to jump into his dream. And so long as she doesn't try to, evil mode him, he gets no save. Unless he's immune to sleep, like an elf.
He is a dwarf.
Or me. Haha.
Yeah, so you can deal with that. Anything else going on this evening?
No.
Because I'm gathering once you've cast it, you can just move on with your evening, and she just sort of sits up and waits.
Do I run across anything of interest or of note overnight?
No. In fact, you don't even find enough poor people to give away all the silver.
Yeah, no,
It's an eerily quiet night.
I don't think there's anything for me to do. Well, I need more money, but that's besides the point.
Can you visit another politician's house?
He could.
Not yet.
If we're gonna be leaving, we really should be doing that in another city.
Just break it up a bit.
Sorry, I'm muting and unmuting myself. If we're gonna be doing that, like if we're gonna be stealing money from the rich kind of thing, we should probably start doing that in other cities if possible.
What's this we business?
The royal we. It means you, but he's taking credit. Alright. Otherwise, through that evening, keeping it simple. Billy, you gain 20 followers. Terry, you gain 20 followers. Stan, you gain 10 followers. Rolfur, you gain 20 followers.
Hooray!
Old man, you gain 30 followers. Alright. And your evening is otherwise pretty peaceful.
And 8 is 1,000, right?
500.
500.
Cool.
Gotta double them numbers.
Yeah, decided on spell mastery, and I'm just hilarious in combat. Health regeneration and unlimited hellish abuse.
Oh, that
Rude.
Heard that finally. Okay.
I will damage you.
Is
I'll just keep
Hellish
healing
Rebuke
through
a
everything.
bonus action?
Reaction.
Reaction? Okay. It is still only once a round.
Yeah. But I also get my charisma bonus on fire damage, which says hellish abuse.
Like, all I'm hearing is that you're just, like, combat for you is going to consist of you going up to as many people as possible and just trying to get hit, and then on your turn, healing yourself.
Combat?
Like,
What game are you playing?
bonus action, healing word, standard action, cure.
Just in case later on.
Alright.
I want to go adventuring.
Yeah.
This is still technically D&D.
And if any of them drop, I might pick them up.
Alright. Next day arrives. What do you want to...
Cast Greater Restoration on David in the morning.
Thank you. Then, I mean, I reiterate that if there's anything that I can do for anyone else in the party for during over
I
breakfast.
will point out, as you're there, I guess sitting at the tavern, you also have sitting next to him in Eili, who is practically falling, trying to not fall asleep and looking rather annoyed.
Okay, I'll give it to her too.
Okay.
Wait, what is Eili doing?
She's observing. You're copying out of her spellbook. You don't just let someone take your spellbook and go.
I could have just watched the whole night awkwardly.
I figured that she would. Like, I mean, I'll go. Like, I mean, okay, whatever.
Yep.
Dick, you didn't do it in the daytime?
I mean, like, I figured that she was just letting me, like, copy it from wherever she will be. But okay.
Oh, last night's homework. Watch that.
All right.
She's
Well,
just
cool.
taking the time sitting there. I mean, ultimately, you're at a tavern, so it wasn't like she wasn't able to get food through.
I burned
Yeah.
2 of my 3 spell slots for the day. Good thing my only actual spell I use is.
And as I'm fairly confident that the local agent working for the old man is aware of her connection, she was able to get food through the middle of the night when she wanted. They would pull things together.
I can always just conjure food for her. It takes me an action.
No, you're busy. Keep writing.
I'll try.
6 seconds. Like, oh, I just want to rest my eyes for a second. That's so Ellie. No. Right. But
right? Or we sweep. Shoot.
That's hilarious. Oh, so you're offering now? No. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up. I'll spend the time to finish up the thing. So I probably got like a solid 16 hours under my belt already. So my morning is gonna be just doing that. But yeah.
Yep. You're doing that.
I go and talk to the King's Steward.
Yeah. We'll just go over that. No one else is going to be joining you. Yes. And you're going as Adonia?
The King Steward is the spy master, right?
Yes, essentially.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm going as me then.
Okay. Sort of steps away. How can I help?
Well, I set up the personality of Adamya,
Yes.
and I let the king know that you suggested a couple people to be employed by me. So,
We have some we can spare. To what
Excellent.
extent are you needing them to do work?
well, I need one to take over the personality because I have things to do.
Fair enough.
So obviously that'll need to be a kin, and I need someone. And do you have a ETA on when the new headmaster's going to show? Because the building's almost complete.
I mean, they're available when needed. You can get someone.
Do you think they could pull double duty so I'm not depleting our kin?
We may have to, for a while, pull some from some of the outside nations, but easy enough. Nothing necessarily going on too aggressively. Although I did get an interesting report. And he kind of pulls one of the others over, whispers to me aside, I'll get that to you here shortly. They've taken some notes. You may be interested. But what, but yes, we can, pull and maneuver around agents as needed. We're quite accustomed to it. And I'm gathering, at least for who I was thinking, the headmaster, the instructor, doesn't need to be anyone other than they are.
Yes, they can be the headmaster, but I would rather them be someone of the family so that we can recruit, both for your organization and mine.
Okay. Well, family is running depleted.
Yes, grandchildren. Be a wonderful.
You told me already. It's been 2 days.
2 whole days.
And still
this
no
works out-
grandchildren.
Yes, if this works out, we'll have a even greater foothold to spread our species. And then I explain the deals I've made. I explain that I need the Adamya character to make sure to keep the temple in finance as well as the tavern.
If you go over property, goals, if you're not needing something that is a meeting space, then they can basically use what is the equivalent of a P.O. box based out of, like, one of the front little gatehouses at the castle for just, like, addresses on things. I'd be like, well, you could just use that.
Okay.
And then he kind of also goes, with running out of resources, how full time do they need to operate the bank? Are we targeting anyone other than high end families with this?
I mean, we always could to take over small businesses and the like. Because, I mean, we're a bank. People have to put something up for collateral. So we're targeting them, and we're targeting people who have recently come into terrible losses.
I guess, all right, it's sort of his comments. Are we just targeting the wealthy that we're thinking are most likely just going to always be able to make their payments and we're not having to worry about it? Or are we going after the poorer folk where we're actually having to deal with collecting and that kind of things when payments aren't made, and where it's more of a full-time job and less of a, this person is only around when needed?
do I think this person's only run when needed would fully finance the school and the inn?
The inn finances itself. It's a popular inn.
Okay, so it finance the school?
Yeah, it'll do well enough for the basics of the school. Depending on how you run the school could also finance itself. It doesn't have to be a free thing, depending on what you're doing. You could definitely have... But yeah, it could provide enough, at least for early on, while it's getting its footing to...
Yeah, I'd say if the school goes going well, we could have
to
it funded
pay
by...
the instructors, because I'm thinking at this point the only finance that is left is paying those that are working there. That's literally, I think, the only expense that is actually recurring on that.
Okay, then yeah.
Because you
part-time.
own the property. My brain said keep the lights on, but those are magical. Literally, you've already paid for the lights with your platinum donation.
Okay, so yeah, then we'll just do use a part-time agent, and then I'll meet with him to go over the Adamya personality that I created, so he can adopt it.
As you leave the castle, Alice is in the outer courtyard.
I walk up and go, hello.
Oh, I was going to need to find you in a bit. Is there a good spot in the school to maybe have at least some level of information for those less tied to some of the other divines that may want their word out?
Of course, they just have to agree to a mutual non-aggression pact amongst the rest of them.
We should start
Is there
calling it the
anything you
Pantheon Pact.
need me to do for you?
No, I've spoken with the steward. I'm just waiting for someone.
Oh, okay.
We're meeting with. Well, I guess it was your son.
Yes, well, it is an interesting little kingdom, isn't it?
Yes. Still wondering.
Need more money?
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
I'm good. I've gotten.
Okay. You're sure?
No, yes. I'll let you know.
She's making money off of those children. Children that worship her.
She has basically no need for money. She has a place to stay, and she has food to eat just through the inn.
You know. And all of her child thieves.
I don't know. If you're handing out cash, could I have some?
You're not there.
No.
Otherwise, you head off. Billy, what are you doing with your morning?
Let's see. How much longer until they need me for the play stuff again?
They didn't give you a specific date if you want to stop by.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because they can take some time to reiterate some of the reworkings for the things and make sure everything works, and they'll kind of go over things. Because they're at this point they're a few days away from starting to be casting for it and making sides and such. So they're basically trying to tighten up this as quickly as they can, because the goal will be to get casting done just before this play finishes, so that as soon as it does, they can strike the set and start rehearsing and building the next. So,
all right.
Yeah, that's you kind of get that feeling with this street. Is they try, it is full of different shows at various times. With the amount of time that you've actually spent with interacting with some of them, you might have figured out, like, some of them, they'll strike the set to literally sell it to some other theater that's, buying rights to do the same play that they have already finished with a different troupe. So they'll...
Alright,
which actually would bring something up. As far as extended rights to the performance. What's being asked for it, or once the initial, however long that it runs through theirs and they determine to stop, you could definitely sell and try and make a profit off of the rights to the performance. You could also, once they've closed it, basically just have it go open where anyone could perform it. Gives you less control over who's doing it, and you don't necessarily get any control over it, but it means it's wider spread.
I'll go ahead and go over that with them then, since we've got this temple school being built, go ahead and take any of the proceeds that I make from the performance and hand it over to them for their personal usage.
And then, as far as further rights, whenever they end their run of it, did you want it just to, well, then it's over, or did you want to have any options for other theaters to pick up the same show at some point?
Go ahead and give the rights over to the temple school, and
just let them decide.
And if they want to ask for a donation in order for the rights for the show, that's fine.
Okay. So at this point, yes, I think the school is well enough funded, pretty simply. Because I think you're trying to come up with the money to pay for 7 people. As I know you're hiring a headmaster, but I'm fairly much assuming that whoever headmaster is deemed as the instructor of your religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. It's 8 people. You're not even needing an extra for...
Maybe one more person just to keep the place tidy.
Depending on how things are. It's probably... As literally there are no open hallways, it could just fall down to each person to keep their own class environment tidy. As literally you walk through the class in order to go up to the next class.
Full-time chef,
I thought
I'm guessing that's your instructor. I am guessing.
I thought the steps were just on one side, not like one side and you have to cross the entire breadth of the room.
You don't. But you still, you would be in the room as you go up the stairs and you, walk back the length of the stairs to the next level. Because they're each facing the same way. They're not, zigzag. Which is, another 8 steps? But you're in the room during that time. Which means that you're...
Ooh, we should...
Whoever is, on the lower floors is, getting heard as students of other classes go up.
But, get that settled. Since... has the previous show ended already?
No.
It's, on its last days?
Yeah, it has less than a week left.
Okay. When would it be appropriate to start advertising for the new one?
Probably after casting. Just that we can, as far as saying this is going to happen, you can start now.
Okay.
As far as anything that if you're thinking of printing anything, you would at least want casting, possibly some, wardrobe stuff if you're actually doing any images, but at least casting to include names.
No, then I'll. If that's the case, then I'd rather, since it's not anything set in stone yet, just start spreading rumor of the show.
Bob and Ryan, do either of you guys, with the people that you have are getting set up in town, do either of you guys have anyone that can reliably cast Dispel Magic?
Yes, I can.
No, people that are getting set up in town.
Oh, in town. No.
Probably.
Reliably?
Eili
Well, it's a
can.
ritual spell, so...
Yeah, you...
Eili can.
Eili can. Otherwise, I mean...
Well,
you have some agents that are able to, with access to a scroll, do so.
Well, the reason I ask is that I'm thinking what I can do is I can just pop out a few permanent images that are the advertisements for display, and then once the run is being done, they just have one of their people dispel it. It would be pretty good advertisement. The giant, like just a magical billboard.
This is gonna be like one of those things when the trailer's amazing, but the movie sucks because they used all the good scenes during the trailer. It's like, what happened to the production value? Apparently, all went into marketing.
Yeah, but they still went and saw it.
We would actually be able to do something with the permanent illusions. We'd be able to come up with essentially like a set of repeating actions, and as long as the play was done at the same time every day, then the effects could go off.
Are you saying you just want a permanent play?
No, as in just for the special effects part.
Yeah, it'd be
I mean, it technically would work, but
Oh my gosh,
But
how many times can I
literally
cast this?
the only way that you could reliably do that is if you wanted something that started the show.
The spell that I'm talking about is Programmed Illusion. It's a 6th level spell. I got it once per day, okay?
Yeah. You could not try and schedule it within the middle of the show because the actual length of where they get to things changes. But you could set something up for what is the opening of the show, and literally just, they just have to be ready on time, and then they literally wait for the illusion to happen before, and that's what starts the show. So...
The other thing that we could use a permanent
You make
illusion
it play with German efficiency. German efficiency, that's all you play it with, Adam.
Yeah, the other thing that we could possibly use the permanent illusion for would either be some sort of like persistent mood effect or a backdrop or something like that.
I mean, for a lot of things, they can just do...
Yeah.
They can just, like, paint that, or... Anyways,
Well, the point is that for every day that we're here, I plan on putting out a programmed illusion for something that's going to be helping with for either proselytizing or this, what is that called?
Temple.
Display.
No.
Or...
If he used programmed illusion, he could have it occur during the play because it has a trigger effect. So it'd be like this particular part of the scene happens and then the programmed illusion goes off.
Okay.
Alright, well, you tell me that, Ryan's more familiar with it, with what he's doing, so, I'm more than happy to go ahead and put out programmed illusions once per day for every day that we're here still.
You can't start doing anything in there while the current play is going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rolfur, what are you up to?
This is the new day, yeah?
Yeah.
After she talked to the dwarf?
Yep.
Then I do the same thing. Because there's no new business, right? We're not leaving yet.
Not quite yet.
We're preparing to leave.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm also at breakfast, David, if you have anything to say.
Actually there?
Then I
Yeah,
set
I'm
up
actually there as me.
transfer.
Okay, yeah, I get out my money pouch and be like, alright, so I didn't use all of the money you're lending me, so, let me
I
go
was
ahead.
paying you back for the school. I told you I was going to pay for lumber.
Yeah, but I won't argue with you. Okay. I don't think that's appropriate that you're paying for all of that. But
I've paid for everything.
Right, and I don't think that's appropriate. Unfortunately, I'm not in a financial situation at the moment to argue with you.
Just say thank you, Daddy, and move on.
Thank you, old man.
Yeah, and it's like, if you've got extra money, could you send some my way?
Yeah, I've got.
I had extra money.
No, okay.
Yeah, I've got. Gets out money pouch, 81 platinum. So, what do you need?
Oh,
Well, that...
I was looking to buy buy a magic item from LA.
Ah,
I actually need to go and speak with her anyway. I have an item to replace.
I was planning on going and picking up some focuses for spells that I hope to have at some point.
I'm right here, guys.
Oh, LA's at the table.
This is the same morning he's finishing up
You're
his
right.
spells, so she
Yep.
is sitting there waiting for him to finish up writing from her book.
Okay, Adam, I'm gonna go ahead and do a performance check.
Damn it.
I scream and fall on the ground. How did you get there? And it's
A wizard did it.
I don't know. I don't think I have acting. I have orator or orator. Blech. English is hard.
I mean, performance is a skill.
Oratory. I've got
Performance
oratory
is a
my only
skill.
performance.
Yeah, performance is just a skill.
Oh,
Ooh,
well, in that
Hey.
case, I get a 28.
Adam. Can I trade her? I offer her
A muffin?
I offer her 2 unique opportunities. In return for funding what Billy and what the old man were wanting today, I will give her the opportunity to copy out of my spell book a spell that I had created myself, and a spell that would only work in the worship of our pantheon.
She doesn't worship us.
Right, but Summon
Okay.
Celestial is still a pretty unique spell in this setting. And they're both 5th level spells, so it's being offered that, I mean, that's pretty expensive spells.
What's the spell you created?
Supply and Demand, the one that got us the money for that, that let us sell that Vorpal Sword.
Well, what were they wanting?
Ring of Swimming.
Instrument of the bards.
I feel like there's a discrepancy between those two.
Yeah, I just
Also-
need to replace the ring that I gave to Henwick.
I haven't done the math on how much it costs, but I do have a growing list of components.
Yeah, Ring of Swimming, I think is only like... It's like common.
Yes, it's cheap
But like,
and requires no attunement.
Mm-hmm. And then I can't drown. It's mainly so I can't drown.
Uncommon, yeah.
Well, you can still drown.
What
sure I
instrument of
can't
the
drown.
bards are you looking for?
What instance are you looking for where you're gonna drown?
Are you, and,
It's one of the easier ways to kill me.
honestly, I don't want any of the the instruments that are offered because they're all whatever lutes, basically lutes or harps.
Yeah?
Um,
But which one?
but if we're well, I guess whichever one that I'd be able to afford.
We're reading books. We're reading books.
Ryan asked for something, didn't know what he wanted.
Well, I don't know what kind of money Bob would be, or
I'm not giving you...
I don't know what kind of money the guy that
calculate
just
the-
said no is going to give me.
Money bags? Come on.
Yeah, I'm just... We're getting ready to leave the city. There's a certain amount of money that we need with us to move to the next location. I only have 303 platinum.
well, and say it's like if you,
330.
yeah, if you can't expend for any of the rare stuff, then I'll just take one of the uncommon ones.
and again, like, I mean, if we can diplomacy how much these spells are worth to her, then, I mean, that's a whole nother thing.
You said they're 5th level?
Yep, both of them.
She'll start asking you questions about it.
Okay. Yeah, while I'm writing things down, I will totally just go into detail
It sounds like
about...
you're just wanting a magical instrument. You're not necessarily particular about which one, then. Is that?
It's like I have my preference of which one that I would take, but it all depends on the price of what I can afford.
Of the uncommon ones.
Okay, of the uncommon ones, if we go ahead and take a look at those ones.
While he's reading that, Stan, what are you doing this morning? Still walking around, talking to the poor?
Well, I restored those two, and yeah, I guess check on the poor, having hoodlums that I see. You know, the usual.
Well, while you do occasionally see sneaky people about, none of them seem to be in trouble with the law. This city is pretty locked down as far as sneaky thief.
Yeah, you have to be some nature of legendary thief to get away with stealing in this city.
Can you track down the infamous Dustan?
The infamous Gustan.
You're doing that.
Does she have a ring of swimming, though?
Yeah, she can work that out.
Yeah, of the uncommon ones, the Bandor.
Bandar, okay. What do you want it on?
Go flute.
Flute? Okay.
Piccolo?
Yeah, Billy's flute.
Oh, yeah, Willy Wonka does have one, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have a flute for her to apply it to?
Yes.
Okay. That's something that's small enough that she can actually also carry it back, so she doesn't have to tell you to drop it by. Because if it were either of your other two instruments, those are big things that she was going to tell you to bring over to her shop.
Would she be also willing to throw in a just under 7,000 gold worth the material components? I have a list.
No.
Such as 1,000 gold sapphire,
No.
jeweled dagger, some diamond dust. Well, we've got some time.
You are currently operating on the about scale of around 2,000 gold total for what she's trading.
Ah, gotcha.
So.
Can she throw in some of the cheaper items, like a few of the like 25 gold items?
Like, what were you looking for specifically?
Divination tokens, which are 25 gold. There's 100 gold glass eye I would really like.
What are the divination tokens for?
That is for augury.
That she can get you one of those. Yeah.
Okay.
But ultimately, so she'll let you finish writing your stuff here and then go back to her place for her to copy down things and for her to start pulling things together for them.
All right. Also, I'm gonna also then purchase a few things from her if she's.
Okay. Well, we'll do that when you get back there. So right now you finish copying things in, and we're getting roughly to the end of mid-morning, and we're going to call it there. And you can join us next time. We're starting to get towards the wrapping things up in this city. I'm sure only another 15 or 20 more episodes.
Oh, God.
We'll see.
No, we'll probably be moving on before that, I hope.
We can Dragon Ball Z style. It's going to be like 30, 40 episodes.
We'll see.
No, I'm pretty sure Ryan and I will abandon your asses.
Yeah.
Join us next time for more. Like, comment,
See you next
subscribe. Bye.